Hello, I'm on top of Old Drag Mountain in the Shenandoah Mountain National Park. This video is not about that. I'll do one of those later on, but I thought this would be a good place to introduce this video, which was shot last July in 2024 in Colorado. I hiked without dogs that day. Dogs were allowed, but I was trying to accomplish two 14ers. A 14er, for what, if you're not familiar, 14er refers to a mountain that is at 14,000 feet of elevation or more. To put that in perspective, back home, Roan Mountain or Mount Mitchell are about half of that elevation. Of course, you're not having to walk that much up because the Colorado Plateau is high in itself. After all, Denver is the mile high city. It sits at 5,000 some feet already. So you drive up a little bit. I think you started around 11,000 feet on the trailhead that you're about to see. And we go up to two peaks that are basically twins. I did this in a very long form video, mainly because I wanted to convey what it's like to do that. If you watch a lot of videos online about Colorado hiking, you've got people who are from that area who are acclimated to the lack of oxygen. I, however, was not. I'm from East Tennessee. I hike a lot. I weighed a good bit more then than I do right now, probably like 25 pounds more. So that certainly affected me. But I wanted to let you know what it was like to have to walk up that kind of elevation with that lack of oxygen, being sort of all right shape, but not great shape. And you'll see me huffing and puffing and complaining about not being able to walk normal speed. But it was wonderful experience. You're going to see sheep at elevations that it's unimaginable that life would exist at that area. Cute videos of little baby sheep with their mothers. Is really a special experience to do that, and I'm happy to be able to share that with you. So it's July in Colorado. It's really cold, and I'm not with my dogs today. Sadly, I'm going to try a 14er without them. It's a bucket list thing for me to accomplish a 14er, and the dogs have never been above 12,000 feet. Some of them act tired from the hikes they've already had, and I didn't want to take a chance of them getting sick on this. So we're here at Grays Peak and Torreys Peak. It's actually two 14ers that we can knock out in one fell swoop. We start at over 11,000 feet. I'm winded just standing here talking, but I have 2 cans of oxygen and hopefully we'll make it through. Stay tuned. Oh, I understand we could be seeing these things. Isn't that exciting? So we're here and we're going to be climbing. And when we get to this area, which looks like it's 13,000 something, we will veer left to Grays Peak, go the traverse, and up to Torreys. Oh, that's pretty cool. I've seen that in videos of the Outdoor Boys. He goes hunting those in Alaska. I didn't know they were down here. And here's this view, basically going up the valley. Oh my goodness. And oh gosh, we're going to be going total of 3,540 feet. The difference here is 2,900, but where we do the traverse, we go down and then we got to gain some more. Wish me luck. And this is where we are in relation to the world. It really wasn't far off of I-70.
basically the rutty road starts right off the exit, which is pretty cool. But it took probably 15-16 minutes to get up here. Here's what I should be looking for on altitude sickness. I expect to experience all of these symptoms, and we're starting early, so we missed this. So I probably should shut up and start walking to avoid this. Check it out, flowers. I've barely gone anywhere. I'm already out of breath. Like these boys ahead of me doing, we're just passing each other and then stopping, passing. And I have a feeling we may do that a while, just to catch your breath. You know, you see pictures of this, and it's like, oh, that doesn't look bad. But you can't account for the lack of oxygen. I got this awful feeling that those are the two peaks we're going to. Notice the snow on the traverse in between. I do have hiking poles to assist me. No crampons. Yeah, for you Appalachian mountain people, crampons are things you stick on your shoes to help you walk in the snow. You know, bite in the ice. It's July. Why would I need those? Oh gosh, this is just another world from back home. That's kind of great. I could almost fly up it, but I can't. That guy up there, he just blew by me. I said, how can you walk that fast? I don't know how. I can't breathe. I had to tune back in because it's July, dogs. That's frost. That is frost. Yeah. Unreal. On vacation, I can't keep up with my days, but it's like July 8 or 9 or something like that. I'll put it in the comments maybe. Frost. Wow. Here, a creek. This is where I miss the dogs. Ooh, look at that thing. There's flowers here I'll never see again, probably. So, the bad news. Let's see, Apple Watch says 0.98 miles. Bad news is I dropped my can of oxygen. Didn't even notice it. I still got one in reserve in my bag. Heck, I'm afraid to carry it in my pocket now. I can't trust my pockets. Is that not just a miracle from God? At such extreme conditions, promise of life. It's amazing. Anyway, so my record altitude is about 12,004 feet, which you can see in one of my episodes from 3 years ago in Colorado. At present, I'm at 11,814 feet. 16. So, in a little bit, we'll achieve a milestone. So we're over a mile in. So we're over Mile End, and we've gained some elevation because we started way down that valley. And I'm fascinated by the flowers. I hope you are too. Look at that thing. Ever seen one of those? Amazing. Amazing. And I'm real excited. This looks like a flat trail. Ah, yes. I can handle that. Looking for the escalator option. And the menace is up ahead. You see him? Oh my goodness. How am I going to get up there? How in the world am I going to do that? Have I mentioned I'm scared of heights? Used to have nightmares as a kid falling off of ledges. And but they say this is an easy 14er. No technical climbing involved. At least we have pretty flowers to look at. Look at the intricacy of that thing. Okay, so now I'm really excited. This is downhill. I can do that. Oh, here's more flowers that we've not seen before. Looky. And here's some purple ones. Count the flowers. This is incredible. It's just Mother Nature doing her thing. Okay, I'm checking back in to report a milestone. I'm at 12,038 feet, a personal record. I'd like to thank all the people responsible for this. I'd like to thank my dogs, Riley, Betsy, Lulu, Adley, Sprinkles, and Gunner for all the training they've helped me through for this moment in my life. Unfortunately, I'm 2,000 plus shy of what I'm intending to do today. More flowers. We got purple, red, white, yellow. Am I missing any? I think I've seen those before. Saw purple versions of them. Look, it's like an arrangement. Aha, we have found snow. If the dogs were here, they'd be making a beeline for the snow. Nothing a dog loves more in July than snow. Okay, watch this thing. Watch this thing 1 3/4 miles. See that little feller with the red backpack? He just passed me. We have a sign. Oh, we'll be up on the Continental Divide. Ain't that something? And trails really don't happen up, like we have in the Appalachian. So you have to look at for cairns, or cairns. I think they call them cairns. Those little things are your pathway. So, yeah. Oh, that don't look so bad, does it? Oh my gosh, that was a big step. You know, I was just thinking of something, because back home, wildflowers on these mountains, they go in waves. Like this flower come in, this flower come in, that flower come in. You don't see everything blooming at once. But I reckon out here, the season for these flowers to flourish is more limited. I mean, we're well into July and we saw frost. So it looks like we're going out of this valley floor. We coming up this way and building some elevation. Just had a marmot cross in front of me. That was exciting. Adley would want to chase it. 2.14 miles of walking. Got confused, there's a little side trail. You can see a couple of guys in the saddle there. That's pretty cool. Now, unfortunately, that's extra walking from the intended target of Grays Peak and Torreys Peak. So, you know, I'm not into extra walking, but I bet that's a cool view. But the view up there ought to be better, I would think. Look how small those guys look on the scale of the Rocky Mountains. It's amazing. It sort of feels like the peaks are closer to me now. Feel like I could touch them, but they're way up there. There's going to be a lot of huffing and puffing going on here. There already has been, but it's going to get worse, I'm afraid. I have a feeling what this thing's going to do is go up that thing to get sort of the ridge. Now, the trick to mountains is that looks like the peak, and it may not be. It may be a false summit. As you get closer to them, you start seeing, oh no, it's a little farther, a little farther up. So that's probably an optical illusion. 2.25 miles, and you know, I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and people really like to show their faces on the screen. I tend to not do that because I assume people don't want to look at ugly people, but thought I'd throw one in. I just saw a marmot go across the ridge over there. You can see it. Not one at present. You can tell their movement. It's gonna be hard to see those from a distance, but I thought that was pretty cool. And we will continue onward. 2.44 miles on the watch, and I think I can see the trail winding its way up that way on the Grays Peak. At this point, I'm basically taking 20-25 steps and stopping for a few seconds. I feel like I'm running up this hill and I'm at a very slow walk. But you don't want to hear my complaining. You want to hear me conquer this. It's still in doubt, folks. It's still in doubt. I feel pretty good. Miss my dogs. I was passed by a couple that had a dog. Looked like it was pulling them up the mountain. I have no doubt Sprinkles could have made it, but I don't know.
hate to find out different. We made it around that bend and the trail up is a lot clearer. Right up through there, like I thought. You see some little eensy tiny people there. And they say never forget to look back. So we're doing that. We got a man and his dog behind me. Excited about that. Starting to think maybe I could film all the other dogs up here. And then it's legitimately some claim to hiking with mutts. So. Haha, here he is. There he is. So there's a dog in the video, so I can legitimately put this on the page. There he is. So we're at 12,830 feet, and watch says I've gone 2.73 miles, and it's getting appreciably harder. But it feels closer. He's got passed by that guy. He's barely breathing. Some guys taking a break. Hey, at least I'm faster than them. As long as I'm faster than somebody, then that's a success for me. I'm hoping to show you some sheep or marmots. They're hiding from me. I'd come back where we've passed 12,900, and you can see those tiny little people on the trail. Oh my goodness, they're so tiny. They're so tiny. At this point, it's like you take a foot of elevation gain every step every once in a while. Thought I'd take a break here. See, for the record, 2.89 miles on the watch. Remember that little saddle where the guys were standing on that I was pointing up to? It's so far down. It gives a sense of accomplishment. We were hiking down in that stuff, so we've gone up a lot. The watch says I've gained 1,600 some feet of elevation, and our elevation now is 12,975. So that's pretty good. Stuff ahead is that. That's pretty cool. But I'm going to show you something a whole lot cooler. Hello. I'm just going to walk this way, and you keep going that way. Those horns look sharp. Wow. Past 13,270. Hey, we're at about 13,400. We're getting closer. And look at that view. We were down there. Remember me talking to you on those logs? That's a long way. Gosh, how beautiful. I can't imagine what it's going to look like when it's top.
we're headed toward Grays Peak. We hit the split. One goes to Grays on the left. On the right it goes to Torreys. So we're doing Grays first. So we're getting up to the point where we can see over the side. See that? This being at 13,485 feet. I actually passed a couple guys down there. See, the one's like, looks like he's about to puke. Oh man, I can see people going to Torreys right there. Wait, right there. They're tiny. Tiny. That looks really steep, got to say. Okay, check in again. Elevation 13,572. A long way down. And yet, still a long way up. I'm telling you, Torreys Peak looks like a monster. I can see people on the trail up. Gosh, it's like walking the Empire State Building. Okay, I'll quit complaining. So I've now exceeded the saddle height between the two peaks, and I'm close enough to see people at the top of Torreys. Our elevation now is 13,793 feet. So, really don't have far to go. You see people up there. I don't know that they're at the peak. I think they're not. Look at this. Look at that. Let's trudge on. By the way, I've never walked slower in my life. Okay, the phone says I'm 72 feet short of 14,000. Can you believe that? We came from down there. There's Torrey Peak from here. Okay, we're about to pass 14,005 feet of elevation, gang, which I would say it'd be that rock up yonder. So, ain't a whole lot left. I can say I went 14 at least. So we've passed 14,100 feet. Look where all we came from. And, there's a peak up there somewhere. Okay, it's 14,176 according to my watch, phone, whatever. Still got a ways to go. But you can really see the landscape open up around us. You just can't go fast doing this. I can sort of go a normal pace for about 10 seconds and then I get dizzy and I have to stop and start going slow again. Really slow. Because of the lack of oxygen. Gracious me.
Pictures, but that's. I just don't remember Kelso Slope being that green before. Yeah, I'm just used to seeing the brown at my house in Lakewood all the time, and everything's so dead. Yeah. I don't know, it looks so nice, doesn't it? You look back at other pictures. And usually here, this time of late June or late July. Getting closer. That's a fun climb. I recommend that.
Please stay on trail. Oh my gosh, look at that lake. Unreal. Unbelievable. I've mostly come down that and going to get into the saddle here to traverse between these two peaks. And I look forward to the easy part, which probably won't last long. Well, I'm down into the saddle between the two of them. Look how deep that snow is. It's like my mama would say, it's waiting for some more. Indeed, I don't know if that'd ever melt out completely. Maybe. I mean, it's cold up here, even now, middle of the day. Be lucky to hit 50 degrees. Oh, golly. I'm not entirely certain where the trail is here. I guess follow the cairns. Cairn right up in there. Those are your guideposts in Rocky Mountain hiking. Yeah, film your dogs.
What's that?
Yeah, film your dogs.
Do it. He's very photogenic.
I didn't bring mine. I was afraid to. How you doing, bud?
Here's an old one.
I've got 6.
Oh.
I've got
That's a lot to keep track of.
Yeah, for here.
Then you have to play favorites.
Yeah. See, still hiking with mutts. That's how we roll. Oh, people assure me I can walk up this thing. It sure doesn't look it. We're now at 13,979, so just 200 some feet. It's incredibly steep. Incredibly steep. Here comes some young person who's fast. Stopped on a rock to sit down and saw some lakes. Yeah, I couldn't see from the other peak. Sliding down. You're welcome to my rock. Definitely, I have never hiked anything with more of an incline than this. We're at 14,082, 085, 086, 087, 088. I mean, you just see the altimeter run up. It's hard. We've got less than 200 feet to go. Now we're 14,153. This one step, 154. Where we came from. You can see switchbacks over on the other peak that are somewhat lacking over here. I'm not the only person that has to stop and get a breath. There's a lot of them. Good gracious almighty. Come so far. This thing says 12,226 feet, which means I'm probably close, and also it probably means they're on top. They act like it. So I'm gonna try to leave this on and And oh, there's a sheep. Oh, she's not at the top. She's taking a picture of the sheep. Friendly sheep. These don't hurt me. Just want a bag of 14er. Oh God, there's a baby. That ain't good. That ain't good at all. Get out of her way. Oh, shit. Sorry. Leap. No way I'm walking by her with that baby. Oh, there we go. Okay, I took a minute break. Here we go. On to the summit. Oh God, there's Interstate 70 down there.
Ready?